Before the opening bell, U.S. indices, they closed mixed on Wednesday, with the S&P 500, the Nasdaq closing up, while the Dow Jones, that closed on the downside. Media, real estate, and retailing sectors, they were all the best performers on the day, while the energy and automobiles and components, as well as banking sectors, they were the worst performers on the session. Meanwhile, on the economic docket, MBA mortgage applications fell 1.8% for the week ended June 26, and ADP Employment stated that the U.S. added 2.369 million jobs in June. Then there was U.S. market manufacturing PMI rising to 49.8 in June. Construction spending, that slipped 2.1% in May, while the FOMC released a report that suggested that it's reassessing interest rates along with large-scale asset purchase programs in order to better support its mandate of maximum employment and low inflation, while achieving specific macroeconomic outcomes. This all as 43% of S&P 500 constituents traded higher. And after hours, according to The Information, Mark Zuckerberg, that's Facebook CEO, expects advertisers that currently boycott the network to be back on the platform soon enough. Boeing and the FAA completed the certification flight test on the Boeing 737 MAX. The FAA will lift the grounding order only after its safety experts are satisfied the aircraft meets certification standards. And Tesla's price target raised to $1,250 from $1,000 over at Wedbush. Now, taking a look at today's markets, the earnings, there's no earnings expected today, but on the economic docket, there's quite a bit. We first start off with total vehicle sales throughout the session. Before the opening bell, we have weekly jobless claims, non-farm payrolls, the unemployment rate, U.S. exports, U.S. imports, and the trade of balance. That's all before the opening bell. Meanwhile, at 10 o'clock in the morning, we have factory orders. Taking a look now at the markets, the S&P 500 is where we begin. That sees further advance. The Nasdaq intraday sees further advance, but that's also in focus. The relative strength index bullish and calls for further advance. Long positions above 10,240 are favored with targets at 10,410 and 10,500 in extension. This is while the Dow Jones is looking for 26,090.